All right, so there's so many bad habits nowadays that all just hold us down from our true potential. We have a bad habit here about junk food. We have a bad habit here about lust, about habit about phone addiction. So many inputs into just freaking getting your full potential. But we've been on self-improvement, right? We've gone on the grayscale on your phone. We've got that horn blockers. We got all of these things, right? However, we still find freaking ways to get those bad habits in. We tried training our willpower, but it runs out and nothing seems to work. The main reason why so many people still struggle with their bad habits, especially people on self-improvement over years of trying to get rid of this, still haven't. It's something internal. It's nothing external. Because we've done basically everything we can to not allow ourselves to continue doing the bad habits. We've tried everything we can, yet we still find ways to do the bad habits. So it can't be anything external. It has to be all internal. The main reason why so many people still participate in these bad habits is because they lack one thing. They lack mindfulness. So mindfulness is awareness. So why does mindfulness play the biggest role in habits? Because a habit is an unconscious behavior, an automatic behavior that you just do, whether it's a good or a bad habit. Habits are unconscious behaviors that you just do. Like how you wake up in the morning, you roll over and automatically, without even thinking, just check your phone, open Instagram, start scrolling, right? That's an automatic behavior. That's an unconscious behavior. But what does mindfulness do? Mindfulness raises awareness. It raises the conscious mind. So instead of you just doing the action of opening up your phone, you pause and think, I want to go on my phone, and I'm going to go on my phone. Just that few seconds of realizing what you're literally about to do makes your mind just second guess it. Second guess that thought, just be like, wait, do I really need to go on my phone? Like, I gotta do all this. Do I really need to go on my phone right now? That's the power of mindfulness. So there have been studies done on drug addicts, opioid addicts. One of the biggest things that they've seen, and the reason why so many people, after trying with willpower for years and years, the reason why willpower fails and mindfulness succeeds is because eventually people reach a breaking point. Even if they cultivated so much willpower and they've been sober for 6 months, 12 months, at some point they still tip over that breaking point and they mess up again. The people on no-fap who've been trying for 2.5 years to not ever fap again, they still fap like every 2-3 weeks. They still fail. The reason they do it is because willpower is limited. It always is limited. Yes, you can increase willpower, but however, it's only so much you can do. So instead of cultivating willpower, you should cultivate mindfulness. Because again, a habit is an unconscious behavior. Back to the drug addicts, the reason why so many people still fail, even if they cultivated willpower, is because one day, like they have stress. They have anxieties about the future, past, etc. They just have overall stress in their lives. So guess what? They go back to the main habit that brought them satisfaction. They're seeking first initial high that they felt the first time they drank alcohol. So these drug addicts, these addiction-seeking people, they go straight to the habit without even thinking. Or like habits are unconscious behaviors. They go back to the habit. However, if they stuck mindfulness in there, in between the oh I want it and doing the action, if they just stuck the thought of mindfulness in, oh wait, I want to drink the alcohol. Is this really worth it? That is enough to just calm the mind down. That's enough to just let your mind rest and just say, no, I don't really need the alcohol. For me, I've been really on my phone like for the past week, and I was just like, okay, this isn't working. Willpower is not enough. External things aren't enough. So let me search, let me look. And I was looking on videos on this YouTube channel, Healthy Gamer GG, from this clinical psychologist, Dr. K, and who was also starting to be a monk, right? His video was based on this, defeat bad habits for good. And the big thing that he taught me was the key is really mindfulness. Mindfulness is the key to defeating the bad habits. He gives an example of his mentor. His mentor was addicted. He loved potato chips. Went to the grand mentor and asked, how do I get rid of this? Grand mentor simply said, don't try to resist it. Just add mindfulness. Dr. K was studying to be a monk for around 7 years. All of the monks came in as normal people with addictions, with bad habits. However, they came out on the other side without any bad habits. And what do monks do all day, every day? They meditate. What does meditation bring? Mindfulness. I always realize that the times where I'm giving in to the bad habits the most is the times where I'm not meditating. Inconsistency in meditation. It's like losing your muscle, losing your gains and everything, right? When you start to cultivate your mindfulness, you start to end those bad habits because it allows the unconscious behaviors to be conscious. Let me just give you some examples before I go on how to cultivate this into your real life. So let's say your unconscious behavior is looking at your phone, picking up your phone, scrolling everything. Scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on TikTok. So anytime before you go on your phone, when you feel the urge like, oh, I want to go on my phone, instead of resisting it, just simply say in your head, I want to go on my phone. I'm going to open TikTok. I'm going to scroll for a little bit. I want to go on my phone. I want to do this on my phone. Don't even try to resist it. Just acknowledge it. Once you acknowledge the unconscious behavior, it no longer is unconscious. It becomes a conscious behavior. So when it becomes a conscious behavior, you can literally decide, do I really want to do this or do I not? If you give in, no harm, no foul. Nothing happens. All you got to do is just keep on practicing, cultivating the awareness. Anytime you want to go on your phone, just think in your head, I want to go on my phone. Do I really need to do this right now? Or can I be doing something better? This might sound counterproductive to do the bad habit anyway, but eventually you reach a tipping point in this practice of cultivating the mindfulness before the bad habit, where it's just like, okay, so I have this bad habit under control now because I already know the experiences of the bad habit. I know what it brings me. I know how it makes me feel. So do I really need to do it anymore? Because I understand it now. That's the power of mindfulness. So yeah, I hope this video helped in any way. Like, subscribe. I'll link his original video in the description because it's 10 times, trillion times more better than mine. I'm just some random 16-year-old kid just trying to help out his fellow teenagers. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, do the hard work. Now, see you later. And as always, Melanie, see.